Once the breaking news of the YSL mansion being raided by the feds, resulting in Young Thug, Gunna, and 26 other members of YSL being arrested on RICO charges, it surprised the entire rap world. Huge rappers shared support for Young Thug and Gunna, and it was this footage here that made rappers believe that this actually just happened. Now, when watching this footage, you see Young Thug in handcuffs, walking towards a police car. It wasn't long until reactions started coming out online, starting with Tekashi 6ix9ine doing regular 6ix9ine things. Now, 6ix9ine posted several photos to his Instagram story, saying things such as, "Now bro can be himself. Put the Kool-Aid on them lips," as Young Thug took one of these photos, to "I wish it was fake, the jail about to go crazy for bro." Also saying, "Okay, I'm done. Nah, free sis. I mean bro." Now this kind of thing is to be expected from 6ix9ine, with many rappers telling YSL to retaliate to 6ix9ine for doing this. I guarantee that this won't happen, as any member of YSL should stay far away from 6ix9ine in this current moment. Now this just happened last week to rapper 42 Dugg, as he tried starting a beef with 6ix9ine. The famous rap lawyer states this video.
Did the back and forth between 42 Dugg and Tekashi 6ix9ine cause the feds to escalate their pursuit of 42 Dugg? I would actually say absolutely yes. Let me explain this to you. March 12th is when 42 Dugg was supposed to report to the federal prison. It wasn't until April 29th that the feds actually went out and started looking for him. What happened on April 26th and April 27th? The Dugg and Tekashi 6ix9ine internet exchange about starting a boxing.
Now, whenever 6ix9ine gets into any online beef with rappers, the feds are quick to look over it. This is what triggered the 42 Dugg manhunt, resulting in his arrest, as news outlets reported that 42 Dugg failed to surrender himself into jail. A manhunt was then created by a special forces police team to find the Detroit rapper, as the rapper was supposed to serve a 6-month sentence a little while back. Sadly, with 42 Dugg ducking law enforcement, his new prison sentence may be upwards to 5 years, which all happened because 42 Dugg went after 6ix9ine. But it wasn't until the highly respected Metro Boomin broke his silence on the Young Thug YSL RICO case. Now Metro tweets, "YSL is not a team and has never been a team. YSL is a registered LLC and has provided countless jobs and opportunities for underprivileged people, and really just all people, because that's how big Thug's heart is." He adds to it saying, "Using song lyrics to indict a man is lame and a joke. Those same lyrics have made billions for these corporations over the past decade. Now I'm waiting now to see who's gonna step up and use the same resources now that the coin is turned. Or are y'all just gonna turn the other way and leave guys how Interscope did Tupac in 1995? Now Metro Boomin's reaction is to the official police report of Young Thug in Gunna's arrest. It starts by saying, "The night of May 9th, breaking news was released. Breaking. Rappers Young Thug and Gunna, among 28 defendants, are charged in a 56-count indictment in Fulton County. The 56-count grand jury indictment charges 28 members and associates of Young Slime Life, known as YSL. The indictment includes charges of conspiracy to violate the racketeer, influenced, and corrupt organizations known as the RICO Act, armed robbery, and participation in criminal street activity as well." News TV caught this exclusive image of authorities taking Young Thug into custody earlier this evening. According to the 56-count indictment, Young Thug is facing charges of participation in street activity and conspiring to violate the racketeer, influenced and corrupt organizations, otherwise known as RICO. Gunna is facing 1 count of conspiring to violate RICO. After reviewing the 88-page indictment, there are very serious allegations against Young Thug. In court, prosecutors say that YSL is a criminal street team that started in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta. YSL claims affiliation with the National Red. YSL's founders were Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Slime, then Walter Murphy, aka DK, and Trontavia Stevens, aka Tick. Young Thug is accused of renting a 2014 Infiniti Q50 sedan from the company Hertz, which was used in the commission of the passing of Donovan Thomas Jr., a rival street member on January 10th, 2015. According to the indictment, prosecutors allege that the 2 associates of YSL, Christian and Antonio, worked to get permission of Young Thug to make a second attempt on YFN Lucci while he was jailed in Fulton County. Now, prosecutors say that Sergio Kitchens, known as Gunna, an associate of YSL, is also accused of appearing in a video on social media titled Fox 5, wearing a YSL pendant and slat pendant with lyrics stating, "We got 1,000 rounds." Now, it was revealed in the courtroom that this takedown of YSL has been in the works for many years. The Young Thug and YFN Lucci beef has been getting investigated for the last few years and is what sparked this entire RICO. So over the weekend of August 18th, 2019, YFN Lucci posted his Instagram story to tell his followers how he feels about Young Thug's new album, titled So Much Fun. YFN Lucci had a massive reaction to this album. While Young Thug fans had nothing but praise for the album, YFN Lucci appears to denounce the LP, calling it a total cap album. Lucci wrote to his Instagram story saying, "Boy almost went number 2 on himself in Lennox, no cap." Now, I had to change the word that he used, you understand the point. On Young Thug's song Just How It Is, he says the lyrics, "Last man tried me, almost got hit in Lennox. Ask the cops, ask the detectives, they know all the business." Now, it didn't take long for Lucci's IG story to catch up to Young Thug's attention. In his own Instagram story, Young Thug didn't hold back against Lucci. In the story, Young Thug says that he would have ended Lucci in the past if he didn't respect that the rapper is a family man. He says, at YFN Lucci, "If it ain't what you do for your mother and kids, I would've you." Now you can guess what he said. This is what got the attention of the feds, and they've been investigating this ever since. Young Thug and Lucci's beef dates all the way back to 2017, when the YSL Records founder crowned himself as the new Tupac after dropping his album. Shortly after, YFN Lucci seemingly went after Young Thug. He says, and I quote, "Tupac never wore a dress." Now Lucci tweeted without tagging, but more reports between the two that also led to Young Thug's current arrest states that there has been no peace between both rappers since 2017. While Young Thug was supposed to go on tour with MGK, he went on Instagram Live to hype up the tour. In that Instagram Live, he claimed that he would deal with Lucci on site. During the live session, Lucci appears to step in and respond saying, "Hey man, stop tagging me in that." Lucci said he's not going to deal with nobody. Now, Young Thug and his team has already stated that they'll be doing everything in their power to make sure he doesn't spend any time in jail. His criminal lawyer speaks out to the news saying, "Young Thug committed no crimes whatsoever, and we will do everything to clear him and have him released." Now, this interview also released the official mugshot in the local jail of Young Thug. As you can tell, he's looking very stressed of the case. Now, it's important to note that beating a RICO case is one of the hardest cases to beat. Law enforcement states they have 56 counts against Young Thug and Gunna, meaning that this case will most likely be going on for the next few years. Now, on May 11th, both Young Thug and Gunna requested for bond. They were quickly rejected during their hearings before a judge. Now, these photos were released of Young Thug during his bond hearing. Young Thug allegedly did not say one word during the entire hearing and only let his lawyer speak on his behalf. Now, according to law enforcement, both rappers are among the 28 named in the Fulton County District Attorney's indictment for RICO Act. During the court hearing, law enforcement announced that Young Thug will be facing additional felony charges for narcotics and firearms after the police raided his home on Monday morning. Young Thug's lawyers tried negotiating the state's decision on Young Thug being denied bond. Judge Wolf finds the rapper to be a flight risk, as well as a risk of interfering with the RICO case and even attempting to commit more felonies if released, allegedly. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, then asked the judge to reconsider. Considering his client's ties to the Atlanta area, Steele also offered to take custody of Young Thug's passport, suggesting that the court could order Young Thug to wear an ankle monitor and confine him to his home. Sadly, Judge Wolf declined Steele's recommendations, citing the risk of Young Thug possibly committing additional felonies could be an issue. Both Young Thug and Gunna will remain in custody in the Fulton County Jail until further notice. Meanwhile, Young Thug has not said one word to the public or reacted to his court case at this current moment, but it is safe to assume that we will be receiving a Young Thug and Gunna reaction shortly, as they're going to want to send a message out to their fans and family saying that they're alright and will get through this. Leave a like on the video if you want Young Thug and Gunna to beat this case.